Gotten a ton of new information this week regarding the Disney Plus show WandaVision, so let's break it all down, everything we know so far. Before we start, let me thank you for watching JLS Comics, whether it's your first time here or you're back for more. Don't forget to share this and subscribe, and check out our playlist so you don't miss all of our videos that we make each week, just like this one. Also, fair warning here, we're about to get into some serious, massive spoiler territory, so if you don't want to learn more about the show, put this in your watch later queue, come back to it, you've been warned. Alright, let's get on to the video. This week we got an image of an adult Monica Rambeau. We first met a young Monica, played by Akira Akbar, in Captain Marvel. Then Spider-Man Far From Home's end credits gave us a glimpse of the future where Nick Fury was up on a space station with some Skrulls and some agents. That space station we now know to be Peak, which is the orbital HQ for the Sentient World Observation and Response Department, known as SWORD. It's basically like Space Shield. And why is this important? Well, we got some images that show us agents of SWORD, a SWORD logo, and not only that, but an adult Monica Rambeau with a SWORD badge on her hip. This Monica is played by Teyonah Parris. It's space and it's cosmic and it's interesting, and more on this in a moment. We're going to come back to this. WandaVision is set to be a very different type of series. It's going to be time traveling, dimension hopping, reality warping, adventure. It's going to start in a 1950s sort of sitcom style, as evidenced by photos that we got during MCU presentations at D23 and Brazil's CCXP. It's going to draw from the Brady Bunch, Dick Van Dyke, I Love Lucy, Leave It to Beaver. That's going to be through the first couple of episodes. And notice in this image the red emanating from the TV screen and the costumed shadows on the back wall foreshadowing what's to come. The show's going to travel through different time periods and do it rather quickly. And some set photos appeared, leaked, maybe actually stolen, this week that show a Salem witch trial time period and Catherine Hahn dressed as an old witch. And that witch is Agatha Harkness. The show will delve into something more nightmarish, perhaps even literally with nightmare involved, influencing Wanda, but this is all going to lead into the theatrical film Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Charles Murphy recently said that Benedict Cumberbatch will be on the set of WandaVision for its last week of filming. Wanda is said to have a family in this series, a la Tom King's Vision comic book series. And Wanda, if you know her character, had two children. Her children are Billy Kaplan, who would grow up to be the magic user Wiccan, and Tommy, who would grow up to be the speedster named Speed. Speed's powers are based on those of Wanda's dead in the MCU brother Quicksilver. Quicksilver, if you remember, fell during the final battle with Ultron. Interestingly, this further sets up the idea that Young Avengers are in the development pipeline, as both Wicked and Speed were part of that junior team. They should be joining Kamala Khan, Kate Bishop, Cassie Lang, maybe others that could show up in other series. So here's the thing. Vision ostensibly died at the hands of Thanos in Avengers Endgame. So it's Wanda's reality warping powers that have given her this faux family in the faux 50s. Wanda is depressed and distraught after Avengers Endgame, so Catherine Hahn, as Agatha Harkness, a witch from the days of the Salem witch trials, of course, approaches her to tell her she can use magic to create her own reality, a pocket dimension, if you will, and she does. She has Vision back, although he now lacks the Mind Stone, and she has her two children. The series, in fact, has already cast two twin boys for the role, though they've yet to be announced, as well as two babies, and it's said that, like I said before, they age up very quickly. It's all very House of M, which is a comic book event by Marvel Comics, which saw Wanda replace reality with what she wanted it to be. Agatha becomes Wanda's mentor and her influence of sorts, and in comic books, Agatha was eventually burned at the stake, but her astral form appeared to Scarlet Witch in the second volume of Vision and the Scarlet Witch, which is a comic book miniseries, and Wanda was able to channel some of the energy from Agatha to create her children. I mean, Vision's an android, you can't really perform like a human in those areas. Agatha also has two minions that she uses. Her underlying plot is to kill the kids when they grow up. The two minions, and they may show up in the show, are Grim Reaper and Cthon. It's also confirmed that Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man and Kat Dennings, Darcy Lewis, are on Earth. Not in Wanda's pocket division, but they're investigating Agatha, and somehow they get sucked into the story. But here's the thing about one of her sons. That's Wiccan. And Wiccan is gay. His boyfriend is another member of the Young Avengers. It's a boy named Teddy with powers sort of like the Hulk. However, Teddy is a Skrull. And that's where Monica and SWORD come in. Remember I mentioned them earlier. Interestingly, This would make WandaVision entry point for some of the former Fox properties. That would be Sword, Abigail Brand, who I'll mention in a second, and Agatha Harkness. One of the final pieces that I'll add is that the head of Sword, not Nick Fury, he heads up S.H.I.E.L.D. Sword is led by Abigail Brand, and it's said that Emma Stone has read for the part of Abigail Brand, and I would really like to see that happen. And one more thing, Kevin Feige's confirmed that the MCU will finally give Elizabeth Olsen her superhero name, Scarlet Witch. This 6-hour show is going to be super weird. It's space, it's other realities, it's the FBI, it's magic, it's space stations and Doctor Strange, and I cannot wait to check it out. And that's a wrap on this one, my friends. As always, I look forward to your comments, questions, corrections, suggestions, and everything else down below. If you have any more news on WandaVision, if you hear some leaks, go ahead and drop those in the comments, but please be respectful of other people down there. Don't forget to subscribe as well so you can be a part of all of our videos, new and old, and check out our playlist too. Tons of great content there. I'm Jesse. This is JLS Comics. See you soon.